Sometimes we speak to clients who don't know if they need a permanent person or if they need an interim manager to do a particular role. If this is the case, in an interview, if you're an interim manager and the client's speaking about a permanent role, I don't think it's disingenuous to say to them that you may well consider the permanent role, even if you're not quite sure yet. Often doing interim first and then moving into permanent gives both you opportunity to look at them as a client, but also the client to look at you as a person who might want to join the business later as a full-time employee. It doesn't mean you have to make a decision quickly. It could be that you have a set time frame to make that decision, but also consider that as an interim manager, when you go into an organization, you do a lot of the heavy lifting first. When you go in there, you add value quickly because that's how you're trained to add value as an interim manager, and you do things at pace. Again, most interim managers work at pace. It could be that the client's thinking in 6 months' time, they'll have a conversation with you about going permanent, but it could be that all the heavy lifting that you've done in the first 4 months or 5 months now makes the client rethink that, and instead of having someone very experienced like a career interim manager, they might decide to downgrade the role a little bit and maybe hire a permanent person that's a level below where the interim manager is at. That's still a great success for the client. The client's not going to be thinking that you're being disingenuous because you don't want that more junior role, and also you shouldn't think that the client's being disingenuous that they've offered you a permanent role or spoke about a permanent role and now it's not a viable option. So in short, if a client's speaking about interim to then to go permanent, even if you're not sure, explain to them that it still could be of interest, and let your experience dictate and let their experience dictate if this does manifest into a permanent role in 4, 5, 6 months' time. Most of the time what we see is that the client downgrades the role because most of the heavy lifting has been done. When that's the case, you've delivered a successful assignment, the client's happy, and we can find them someone on a permanent basis that's probably less cost for the longer term.